So Kaylee wasn't here, so I watched one of those dumbass movies I told you guys that I was going to watch on my own, and oh man, it kind of lived up to that. But it was actually a little better than I was expecting it to be. Let's talk about Island Escape. So this is about a crew of mercenaries that are hired to go to this island, discretion being their top priority, and they are there to extract a certain person and get her out before this deadline. When they get there, things go seriously sideways when they find that they've entered an like time rift thing that okay, I'm just going to kind of like spoil the film sort of, but like I don't know how to do the plot. All else okay, maybe I won't do that. Let's just say they go to this island. There's some kind of like this paradoxical rift that covers the place, and there are um, copies of themselves there, but changed, and they have to fight against the clock and these demonic not demonic, but these I don't know what else to call them, monstrous versions of themselves while racing against the clock. Um, you know, I think where this film, because this is very much a B monster movie that is trying to be something like a predator, right? Where you have these grunts that are sent in against monsters and whatever. But it's very, very B movie. That being said, I think the film is actually shot fairly well for what it is for being low budget. The budget definitely is the constraint here in a lot of ways, but the writing isn't obviously going to be that much better either. Um, there's definitely some things that I have some major questions to that I would, and I don't typically consider plot holes in films very often. I try not to. I try to be like, no, I try to make them work. But this one, I had some that I'm like, no, I don't think that works. But I don't think it matters at the end of the day. At the end of the day, this is just trying to be like a macho action guy movie with horror flavor and like guys just shooting these zombie esque creatures. The problem is, and as I said, I resorted, or I, was referring to earlier. Uh, One of the big problems is the budget, in my opinion, because the action in this is super repetitive and super lame, and not interesting in the slightest. It's not thrilling. It's not fun. It's not graphic. It's all just like CGI blood splatter, headshots that just kind of appear on the head, and a little spray comes out of the back of the head. All super uninteresting stuff. If they could have really ramped up the violence in this and had really graphic, awesome kills where heads were exploding, arms were being torn off the bodies, they were killing each other, ripping their heads off and stuff, that kind of stuff. If you could throw that into this movie, it would have been way, way more entertaining. As far as just the characters go, a lot of it is just stock standard fare for these types of films. You've got the archetypes, you've got the stereotypical like character roles and dynamics, and they're mostly uninteresting. They try to throw in some drama, they try to throw in some romance, and that stuff was just like watchable ish. But overall, it's a very forgettable B movie that just didn't pack the fun punch that a film like this should to keep an audience engaged, right? Throw in some really fun gore, throw in some quirky one-liners, throw in some nudity, throw in these things that keep us, the fans of movies like this. We're there for the, you know, um, the I don't know what word to use here, but we're as I said, all the shit I just said. I'm blanking on a word, but I'm tired. It's the end of the night. I just reviewed 5 films in a row. But um, go after our more carnal desires, I guess. Right. Um, that's all I would want from this film. And while I think that the film tries to be a little bit more serious and a little bit more gut punchy and whatnot in the ending, and I don't feel like it lands any of it. And I feel like if they just stuck to a more visceral, fun, um, throwaway experience, that this would have this would have served the film better. Or if you're going to go for the other thing that they went for here, you're going to have to hire a better crew. But that's just my opinion on this movie. Your opinion may, you know, vary, but that's that. I don't have a lot to say about this one. Damn, yeah, that's it. Bye.